I'm Jonasz Rewiński and this is Military Mind. Armed conflicts, defense and security, land, sea and air. We've got you covered. And we begin our episode by reporting on the overnight events in Ukraine. The country's Air Force said that Russian troops launched ballistic missiles and more than 100 attack drones against targets across Ukraine during the night. On Monday night, the city of Dnipro was among the locations targeted by Russian drones. One of the strikes hit the building housing the newsrooms of Suspilne Dnipro and Ukrainian Radio Dnipro, the outlet has confirmed. A fire broke out inside the newsroom, but no staff were present there at the time. During the overnight attack, 2 people were wounded in Dnipro. Now, beyond the media building, the strike also damaged an administrative facility, several apartment blocks, and infrastructure sites. Russian forces also shelled 5 settlements in the Kharkiv region, killing 1 person and wounding 11. Damage includes administrative and residential structures and power lines. Additionally, due to Russian shelling, all districts of Kherson were partially left without electricity. Meanwhile, the fire on a civilian vessel in the port of Ismail, which broke out following a Russian attack between the 16th and the 17th of November, has now been fully extinguished. Port authorities continue dealing with the aftermath and restoring full operations. According to the Turkish company that owns the vessel, 16 crew members were aboard at the time of the strike. Romanian authorities evacuated residents of a nearby village due to the risk of explosion. Now, overnight into Tuesday, railway traffic in eastern Poland resumed after tracks damaged over the weekend in a sabotage incident were repaired. On the evening of the 17th of November, following several incidents on Polish railways, the National Prosecutor's Office opened an investigation into acts of sabotage carried out by foreign intelligence, or on behalf thereof. The probe focuses on damage inflicted between the 15th and the 17th of November on the railway line connecting the Warsaw East Station and Dorohusk. The affected section is part of the strategic Warsaw-Lublin route, which plays a critical role in transporting aid to Ukraine. Moving on to the front line now, in the Pokrovsk area, Russian forces are working to further encircle the Pokrovsk-Myrnohrad area. According to Ukrainian military analyst Konstantin Mashoviets, over the past week, Russian troops have been conducting resupply, reinforcement and maneuvering operations under the cover of fog, while also clearing and demining frontline roads to move additional troops and equipment towards Pokrovsk and Myrnohrad. As a result of Russian efforts, the town of Rodynskie, located on the Pokrovsk-Dobropilia highway, has once again fallen into the grey zone. Russian forward elements have reached the northern outskirts of Myrnohrad. In the area of the Dobropilia salient, several Russian groups have managed to infiltrate the settlements of Ivanivka and Nowe Shakhovo. According to Mashoviets, Russian military personnel continue to concentrate in the city of Pokrovsk. A new type of strike UAV has appeared on the Ukrainian front, which had not been seen in large numbers before. According to information from Analysts, Russia has begun to use the modified Shahed-101 suicide drone in frontline areas. This one is a more compact and technologically advanced version of the well-known Shahed UAV. What's more, Russia got those straight from Iran, meaning the deadly alliance is still alive and kicking. Now, despite the smaller size compared to Shahed-131 or Shahed-136, this variant carries a fairly massive warhead, weighing between 8 and 9 kilograms, capable of causing significant damage to shelters, equipment, and troop concentrations on the front line. In addition, the new version appears to have an extended range of between 600 and 800 kilometers. This makes the Shahed-101 an effective means of striking tactical and operational targets, even if the launch sites are located far away from the combat zone. The UAV is reportedly equipped with a 4-element CRPA antenna, which provides better resistance to electronic warfare measures. This means that the new variant may be more difficult to intercept and probably more accurate during strikes. Experts suggest that the Russians have received another batch of these new generation drones and, given the pace of Russia's efforts to produce the Shaheds domestically, it is likely that the Shahed 101 will soon begin to be assembled in Russia instead of being imported from Iran. The Shahed 101 is becoming a logical part of Russia's strategy to saturate the front line with cheap strike UAVs, against which Ukraine is forced to spend expensive air defense missiles or stretch its countermeasures system to its limit. The emergence of the Shahed 101 indicates that Iran and Russia continue to modernize the tactics of aerial terror, attempting to compensate for losses on the battlefield with the power and technological sophistication of Iranian strike UAVs. And that also means sanctions on Russia's accomplices in the war, recently mentioned by President Donald Trump, can't come soon enough. Ukrainian air defense forces have recently managed to shoot down a Russian reconnaissance drone using weapons that are not typically used by Kyiv's forces. A video circulating online shows a Strela-10 air defense missile system loaded with a missile in a red container, a characteristic feature of Jordanian-made munitions. This footage shows how the system's computers confidently track the target, after which the Jordanian missile follows its trajectory and takes down the Russian drone. The hit is clean, leaving the Russian UAV no chance to survive. An invisible but extremely important war is raging in the Donbass, a war for the skies. And it is here that those who frontline troops refer to, with respect, as the ghosts of the main intelligence directorate actually reappear on the scene. In the darkness of night, when Russian air defense systems rely on radar detection, Ukrainian operators launched their suicide drones. This time, the hunters from the main intelligence directorate targeted three key elements of Russian air defense at once. Such strikes are designed to knock key links out of the Russian air defense system, without which the defense of the sky collapses like dominoes. Now, we're moving on to our next story. Today, the Ukrainian city of Pokrovsk is an area of intense confrontation, where war blurs the line between life and death. It is here that Ukrainian soldiers go through hell every day, working at the limits of human capability. The Pokrovsk region has been one of the most significant hotspots of the conflict in recent weeks. The Russians are slamming Ukrainian positions with relentless assaults, adjusting strikes with FPV drones and using cluster munitions to finish the job.
Мы на войне. Мы на войне.
And with this, we conclude this edition of Military Mind. Please stay with us here on TVP World for more latest news and updates.